and I'm an SGR passenger train driver. I usually drive you from Nairobi to Mombasa and back. Yeah.
Wewe ndo kigonyi wewe ndo kigonyi pale wa train eh?
You can call me that.
Monkey.
What's up guys, it's the boy Son of a Chief and I'm back again and on this week's vlog hii wiki I have a very special guest. Hii wiki I'm not going to talk a lot, so I'm going to let her introduce herself. So yep.
Hey guys, my name is Wendy Kathambi and I'm an SGR passenger train driver. I usually drive you from Nairobi to Mombasa and back. Yeah.
Wewe ndo kigonyi pale wa train eh?
You can call me that.
So maybe someone out there is wondering, what did you study for you to qualify to become an SGR train driver?
Okay, I did electrical engineering. Yeah, that was the course they needed for you to qualify to actually go for an interview, then start training.
Hey, a beauty with brains. So you're saying you studied engineering. So could you tell us how was the process of the application?
Okay. So actually, I remember when that advertisement came along, I wasn't even ready for it. Like I was like, what kind of a training is this? Because that time, not many people knew about the rail or the SGR. Yeah. It was new to us. Yeah. So I was actually finishing my course, and I received a message from my teacher from Kabeti Technical. He said these exact words: "Please apply this." Because we usually had to pay for the training. Yeah. And usually for a company to train you, they don't ask you for money, for fee. Yeah. So I was like, how do you pay? Is it to be trained? Yeah, I was like, maybe we thought they were con men or something. But he said, apply. If it's money, we are going to look for it. Yep. So then I thought, this is serious. So I applied. Luckily, you see, when you are a lady with special courses and all that, they usually consider you. So I was accepted for the interview. The interview was done at Railway Training Institute at South Bay. So when I applied, they called me. I went for the interview. I passed, and then I started the training. So that time we were paying around 20,000, but later on, when everyone wanted to go to do those courses, they added the fee. Yeah.
So how was the feeling? Wakati uliambiwa ushapass interview pale, how did it feel?
Looked like a joke because really I didn't know exactly what to expect because it was something new. When you're entering into something new, you don't expect much. So then it became serious when we started the training. Yep. The Chinese people were training us. That time the Chinese were using English, the ones who were training us. And became serious. Every week we were doing exams. Yeah, like that.
So there's this myth, okay, I don't know if it's a myth. Kuna vile wasee wako na hiyo juu wanajua Chinese ndo wameconstruct nini. Like do you have to know Chinese ndo for you to work there?
It wasn't a requirement for you to learn Chinese. Actually, everybody thought that these people, if the ones who were training us, the theory thing, knew English, even the ones who will be training us, the practical, they will be able to speak English. But that's why it wasn't a requirement. Now, no one at that time we did a training of 4 months, and then went for attachment for 6 months. So all that time, no one knew that when it came to the operation now, these Chinese don't even know English at all.
So how do you deal with that?
Okay, some of us took it as an initiative to study Chinese. Others depended on translators on the phone, action, yeah, like that. So we became used to it. And right now we are okay, I think.
So in your case, Do you know a little bit of Chinese?
Yeah.
Ni hao.
Ni hao.
Oh, okay. So, whom do you work with? Uko hivyo mali unafanya kazi. Do you work with other women who are maybe drivers? Ama you are the only woman? Ama there are other women? Ama other men?
Actually, we are 8 qualified trained drivers, but okay, one is an assistant driver, but the qualified, we are 7 ladies, very qualified, I can say that, and we enjoy our work, even if there are challenges here and there, because as a woman, everybody will undermine you and all that, but if you stand your ground and you show them you can do it, then everybody get to respect you.
So you want to mean you guys have denominated that area?
Well, what happened when the SGR was being opened, they chose 8 ladies. They trained 8 ladies first to drive the president. Yeah. So so that's we had an advantage because we started training as the first people, the pioneers. Yeah. So you will see we have more experience than any other guys there. So nasema sisi ndio tunaweza sasa funza wenye wanakuja sai. Yeah.
So apart from the drivers, the drivers, the assistant drivers, najua mtu pale hivyo nje may be wondering because hii ni train, yes, ni kama ni gari mrefu. So kuna kitu kama tout ama kondama yanaambia watu shuka leta fare.
No, they are not outs in a train, but they are stewards or the crew, the ones who make sure that the passengers are all right, the ones who tell the passengers you should do this, just like the air hostesses, even the trainers, the crew now that to cater for the passengers, to show them where to step, how to get out of the train so that you don't fall. That's their work.
So mko na ground hostesses huko
Very beautiful.
All right. So could you kindly tell us how is a typical day at work, or maybe your schedule?
Okay, my schedule depends on whether I'm going with the morning train, afternoon, or the night train. So let's say, for example, I'm going with the morning train. I have to report to work 2 hours earlier. 2 hours earlier. The train leaves at 8. The morning train leaves at 8, so I report at 6. Those 2 hours are for inspection. I have to make sure, because the locomotive is an engine, so I have to make sure that the engine is okay, all the mechanical parts are fine, because that is everything. Yeah. So I go to an office, we call it a dispatching office. I get my keys to the locomotive. I get other books that I'm required to carry, forms that I'm required to fill. Then also tools of work, the ones that I'm going to do the inspection with. Yeah, so I go to the train, I open the train. Before starting the train, I have to do the inspection inside and outside. So after doing the inspection, I nawasha sasa train. I start, not the train now, the locomotive, naanzisha engine. So when I start the engine, I do some tests now that you can't do without the engine running. Yeah, so we call them electrical. That's where now the electrical engineering and mechanical engineering is coming in. So you do the electrical test. There's also the air brake, because the train uses air for braking. Yep. So it uses actually the electrical braking and also the air braking. Yep. So you do both tests to ensure that you don't run out of brakes when you're driving. It just goes. So make sure the brakes are working, everything is working, and then after you are done, you make sure, because we usually say safety first. Yep. Yeah. So you make sure everybody is on board. By everybody I mean you and the assistant driver. So there are things that we usually communicate with each other. Is this okay? This is okay. Then after everything is confirmed to be okay, you call now the depot, the locomotive depot dispatch. Yep. They give you the signal, the go ahead. So on the rally, kuna signals. So
Yeah,
traffic lights, but now they are really lights. So we use those actually. They guide us on where to go. So inside the depot, there are white lights and blue lights, and also red. So if it's white, you can go. If it's blue or red, you stop. You don't go. So when the signals are open now, no, remember we are just in the depot. We are in the depot. We don't even have the coaches because the coaches are apart.
So before you even go far, what about the coaches? Who scrutinizes them to check if they are?
Now, the coaches are who we call train attendants. Those train attendants are now they are qualified with mechanical work. They work with the mechanical parts of the coaches to make sure everything is okay. The air compressors, the ones, because we use air for everything, to open doors, to flush toilets, everything. So they make sure everything is okay. Now, our depot is at a distance from the station. You see the Syokimau station, yeah? So there's a distance. So when us as drivers, we stay in the locomotive depot. The train attendants, the crew, they stay in the station. Okay? So when we are done, everything is done for us, we do the communication now. So when that signal opens in the depot, that dispatch has already communicated the station dispatcher to tell them that now we are done, we are coming to, we call it coupling. Now we couple the locomotive and the train now, and the coaches. Yeah. So we go following the signals. Now, after we get to the station, before now that at that time no passengers are boarding. No, you can't. When the train is moving or anything, no one should board. So that means it's before 8. Yeah. So by let's say 7:20 latest, we are already at the station. You've done your coupling. Then you do your inspection between the coach, the first coach, and your locomotive. Make sure everything is okay. Then you also do some air tests to make sure that the air is running from the locomotive to the back car or coach of the train, because the locomotive supplies the coaches with the air, so that when you brake, even the cars will brake.
Oh, it's like the art, even though in a supply.
Exactly. Yeah,
power,
yeah. It's power. Everything. It's everything. So you have to make sure hewa iko sawa, it's enough, so that when you brake, utapata some of the coaches zime brake, zingine hazija brake. Hiyo ni accident obviously. So you make sure everything is okay. You do the communication with those train attendants pia bado. Muna communicate. They tell you everything is fine. Yeah. Now you wait for the passengers to board. Yeah. After the passengers are boarded, by 8, usually the train is very, very, let's say, punctual. Yep. If it's 8, it's 8. Ukikuja, actually these days wanafunga 10 minutes earlier. So ukikuja ati kama ni 7:50, umefika hapa 7:50, they don't allow you in. So by 8, let's say 7:59, there's that signal now, the mainline signal. Mainline signals are usually green, red, and yellow. So the green light tells you to go, red to stop, obviously. Yellow, you can slow down or stop. Yeah. So that signal on the station is opened. You call now the Nairobi station. Unawapigia simu, then you tell them you're ready. They tell you the signal is, hata kama unaona ni green, lazima uconfirm na wao, because mtu anaweza kuwa amefinya button. Nah, it's not supposed to be like that. So ulazima confirm, are we clear to leave? Everything is fine. Now wakikwambia iko sawa, there's also the turnouts. Yeah. On the rally zenye zina separate, unafaa kwenda hivi ama hivi. So turnout is clear, the signal is clear, now we are ready to move.
So before you go far, maybe kuna mtu mahali anawanda, maybe train moja imetoka Mombasa, ingine imetoka Nairobi. Hizi vitu zitakutana aje na ziepane?
Okay, what you have to know is in Kenya we just have one main line. So you have what is called centralized communication. Now, we have 3 stations. Yeah. 9 main, and just the others are they're not main stations, but they still have their dispatchers for communication. Now, if a train is, let's say for example, it's a passenger train and a cargo train.
Yep.
Now, you have to know passenger train is usually given priority more than the cargo because people have to reach where they're going earlier. So, so that to make sure that there's no collision or anything, they do because the dispatchers are the ones who dispatch the trains.
Yep.
So let's say for example it's between Nairobi and Athi River station.
Yep.
There's a train coming, the cargo train is coming from Mombasa, and the passenger train is supposed to leave from Nairobi.
Yeah.
It's 8, right?
Yeah.
Now, if a cargo train is almost at the river, by the time 8 inafika, it has to enter at the river station isimame to make sure that the passenger train passes. So there hakuna time tutapata ziko in a section mbili pamoja. No. There is nothing like that. So communication is the key.
So communication hapo is very important.
Very important. One mistake and everything goes bad. So I can just say dispatching office is the one that dictates when the train should go or not go.
Oh.
Yeah, so after they tell us, they give us the signal. There's that guy mwenye anapeana hand signal, the green light. Now that guy anasimama huko nyuma kwa coaches.
Yep.
When he gives you the green light, anakuonyesha passenger wote wamepanda. Because unajua dispatcher anako huko ndani, asijua kama passengers wamepanda. So that guy, hata ukipewa ile signal ya kwenda, lazima you make sure umeangalia uko nyuma, uone, maybe passengers wanaonanga tukitoa vichwa tunaanza kuhesabu, nini tunahesabu. So they give us, you count, they do the circular motion thrice. So 1, 2, 3, you're good to go. And you have to confirm everything. With the train, you have to communicate. This signal is okay. Some people are asking me, what are you guys doing with the hand motion? We are confirming the signals. If it's green light, you say it's okay. If it's red light, you say stop. Yeah, so we have to communicate because kwa train lazima concentrate. So there must be a systematic way of communicating. Sile mnaenda mnaagi hapana sisimame no. Yeah.
So you being the driver and you have a assistant driver, what is the work, what is your main work like? Sasa hiyo train umeanza kusongesha, like mnatulianga inajipeleka yenyewe ama?
No, that's where people go wrong actually. Huwezi acha train iende peke yake because it's not electrified. It's a manual train.
Si auto, haina autopilot?
No, it's not auto. It's not auto. We hatujafika hapo, you know. So the actual work of a driver akiwa hapo, first of all you concentrate. Make sure you concentrate. For the train to move, lazima uweke acceleration. So kazi yako ni control speed na brakes. So kutoka you see from Nairobi to Mombasa ni mteremko, si ndio? So mteremko unajua ukiachilia inaweza ita derail. Yeah. So utakuta most of the time una brake. You see? So you go braking so that you can reduce the speed. Yeah. So from Mombasa to Nairobi ni mlima. So that means braking is not too much. Labda kwenye umepata kamteremko kidogo. So you use the acceleration handle. Actually you don't use foot kwa train. Foot ni kupiga horn labda ama kuweka sand ni wakati kumenyesha. Ndio isi slip. So miguu ni ya hiyo kazi, ya mikono sana na macho. You have to kuangalia mbele. Ndovu siku inapita alafu upite nayo, you know.
Oh.
Yes, you have to be very conscious when you're driving. So people be asking, saying, hii train ni rahisi sana unaweka tu. You have to know mulima, ukitoka kwa mteremko ukipanda, how should you calculate that so that train speed itakuwa, unajua, kwa passenger, you have to make sure, kama Athi River unafaa kufika 8:19, ifike hapo, by the time train ina stop 8:19.
Wow.
So lazima ucontrol your speed yako. Unajua saizi wameweka 110 km/h, but kitambo ilikuwa 120. For now wameweka 110 because of some renovations and all that. So you have to use that 110. Uhakikishe ulitoka 8 by 8:19 umesimama Athi River. You can't be late na uwezi fika mapema sana. Maybe ukifika mapema ni 2 minutes or 2 to 1 minute earlier or late. But a good driver anahakikishanga amefika the exact time.
So what are the challenges that you face being a woman who drives a train?
Okay, first of all, when we were being trained, it was people, those operators were like, hey, we have never seen female drivers. There was one in China, but sijui alifanya accident and wakasema hawatai kuwa na female drivers. Then they go and commend you, say, you guys, first female drivers. Almost maybe all over, maybe a few, lakini sisi kuna vile we are like limelight, like we are inspiring people there. So those are the Chinese. Yeah. Chinese have their ways. They usually give credit where credit is deserved. Kama we ni dem na uko sawa kuliko boy, hawana hiyo kuwa na mind msichana. Wewe uko sawa, you deserve this and this. Now, when it comes to Kenyans, it's something else, because I usually see some people even comment, hey, says endesho na msichana, says ati sijui, like they don't believe in us, you know.
Those mates and
those men domineering careers. Yeah. Men don't trust us to do that, and it's not okay. So those challenges are there. But now for me, like I did electrical engineering. Yeah. So I've been okay. So I knew even in this, I'll be okay.
So, is there maybe ile swali mtu, maybe umepatana na mtu after amejua ndo driver ama ashai kuuliza kitu mbaya nilikufanya ukasikia vibaya sana?
Well, maybe hiyo tu ya kwambia kusema mimi siziendesha na mtu na msichana maybe, like that is okay. Inafanya feel mbaya, but at the end of it all, you just say, yeah, unajua hata before niseme mimi ni driver huko, unajua nani anaendesha na ulikuwa unapanda. So yeah.
So being a person who drives the train, this makes do you know you're inspiring most females out there. Una inspire wasichana wadogo. I know someone pale Ivana as a free anasema I'm relying too much on the lady side, but as you have heard from her, this is a male dominated world, especially what she's doing. So Kenya wao wanafanya mazee, it's very inspiring. So what would you tell a young lady who is out there, maybe in her youth ama mtoto mdogo mwenye anakuona, what would you like to tell her?
Hi ladies, first of all, in any case, whatever case, always follow your dream or your passion. Don't let anyone akwambie you can't do it. Hiyo ni kitu imekuwa outdated sahi. As a lady, if you know you got it in you, unajua unaweza. Usifanye mtu akwambie you can't do it. Everything, if you work hard on something that you know you're good at, you become the best. And in every challenge you face is something, yani challenge yote ni ya kufanya ukue stronger. Yeah, when you face a challenge, you usiseme sasa you stay there, get up, move on. Because kwangu setili, some people just tell me ati wewe tunajua ni connections. Connections. Why? If I tell you my story, it's hard. So si kufika hapa penye nimefika juu ya connection. Actually kwa SGR, the pioneers. Yep. We really worked on it. Those days, it was hard, I'm telling you, because after the practical training, yeah, si nilikwambia tulienda attachment. Yep. Do you know where we went for attachment? Yeah. We were divided into two. Some went to Emali, others to Mutitwandei place inaitwa Kathekani. So section 6 and 7 walikuwa naziita hivyo. Yeah. And that place ilikuwa na watu wenye walikuwa na construct rail. Si ati wa operator. Yeah. So tawajui nyinyi mmekuja hapa kufanya nini? The way they used to train to do. Yani uko training lakini unafagia, unaosha train, it was hard. Hakuna msichana na kijana hapo. You see? So if you kama mtu ako na roho iko down, na actually we said tulikuwa tunalipwa ati sasa no. The attachment, they didn't see what are you doing, because Chinese believe in whatever you are doing. Yeah, they even pay you. Show us what you can do. Wanakulipa na hours. They don't pay you ati sasa uja kuja kazi wanakulipa. No. Kwenye umekuja kazi ndio wanakulipa. So you can imagine kama wewe ni mtu wa give up easily. being a lady especially, because wanaume unajua wanang'ang'ananga tu useme siwezi fanya hivi. No, unavumilia. And I'm telling you, the end result will be nice. Yeah. So ladies, don't give up. Don't ever give up. Kabisa. Fall down, stand up, move on. Na utafika far. Yeah.
So I guess hapa hivi ndo ile saying ya what a man can do, a man can do it better.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so apart from when you're not at work, what other things do you do? Juu watu pale hivyo wamekuona na mtandaoni pale TikTok Yeah.
So okay, apart from work, I've found passion in let's say entertainment as a content creator kwa TikTok, and I'm also starting a YouTube channel to inspire more ladies, you see, because I've noticed some of the ladies out there, they think that because course hii kwa yangu, naona I can't do this. Si hata story na train pekee, hata other courses zenye ni wanaume ndio wanaaminiwa they can do this. Yeah. So my YouTube channel will be about that, inspiring you guys and making sure you're standing up for yourselves. And then yeah, that's all I do. TikTok, entertaining you, and also inspiring young ladies.
Can you tell us your TikTok handles na maybe your YouTube channel ndo watu
Yeah. So all my handles ni Charlotte_Wendy. IG Charlotte_Wendy. TikTok Charlotte_Wendy. YouTube channel bado ni Charlotte_Wendy, and Facebook too. Yeah.
So guys, I'm going to place a link hapo kwa description na hata kwa comment section. So ukiingia hapo, make sure that comment, make sure that umemfollow, subscribe, na ingia pale TikTok umkute ni dancer mwingine mnoma sana
Follow me guys.
So guys, that has been my time maze. Thank you for your continuous support maze, na tumefika 1,000 subscribers. Right now we are aiming to 2,000 subscribers to monetization maze. Msisahau kusubscribe kwa Charlotte, kwa channel yake Charlotte_Wendy. Nitaweka link hapo hivyo chini. So peace.